Hello, and this is your final video, number 3. Hopefully you have been doing some homework and keep going with all those movements that we were discovering and playing with in video number 1 and video number 2. So video number 3, this is all that progression that's going to be going to a little bit more bigger movement. And today I will talk about push-up. Or if you practice yoga, it might come up in your plank or chaturanga or even down dog and cobra, like swinging cobra we did earlier. Those shoulder blades, they have to do the work. And hopefully today in this video, it's going to make a little bit more sense. So all that progression, all that work that maybe sometimes felt like was okay, now where you need to really use it. Okay, so let's get started. You'll be in the tabletop position. If you want some cushioning for your knees, you can fold your mat or bring a blanket. Okay, so we're in the neutral tabletop position. So that basically means that your tailbone not is under between the thighs or it's not overly up toward the ceiling, so you're arching the lower back. So it's just finding that area in between. All right, so let's go ahead and review those 4 movements we started with in our first video. And that is, I'm gonna pause here, see if you can remember them all. All right, hopefully you passed the test. There is no test. But here we go, number 1, elevation, depression, elevation, depression. So now in the closed chain environment, so meaning that my hands are on the floor, can I still move my shoulder blades without actually moving myself forward and back, or maybe bending my elbows, right? Other 2 movements, let me pause here, see if you can remember them. All right, so hopefully you answered them correctly, and that is retraction, protraction. So in here you actually can use the floor to your advantage. Well, maybe. So retraction, you're just gonna allow the chest to drop against gravity. Again, I'm not bending my elbows. And then we're gonna use the floor to push away from to protract. And if you do yoga, so I just wanted to mention that it is not cat and cow. So again, it's that separation from the video 2. We are moving the shoulders without moving the spine. Okay? So, and circles. Elevation, retraction, depression, protraction. Right? So again, depression, protraction, elevation, retraction. So here's those circles, very important movements. All right, so from here, how is it gonna come to the push-up or plank or chaturanga or down dog or cobra? Our starting position is shoulder blades protracted. They're moving away from each other, okay? As I'm lowering down, the shoulder blades will be moving in toward the spine or retracting as my collarbones are spreading out. Again, I'm trying to keep my tailbone just in that starting position. And then from here, I'm gonna start pushing away and protracting my shoulder blades. So I'm coming to my first initial position. We're lowering down with support and stable control. So there is a gentle retraction in the shoulder blades. There is not a crazy squeeze. There is no dropping in the chest. The collarbone spreading out. And then I'm pushing myself away from the floor, coming to that protracted state. So shoulder blades away from the midline and the collarbones are moving in. So what I'm not doing is this. I'm not shifting back to do that. I'm not shifting forward to just drop. And I'm not just dropping my chest, right, to come to the floor. All right, strengthening tools. So you can start with just a cord block, so it has a little bit of weight to it, and that may be a good position to start with. Again, we'll work on that area in the back. So now that cork block, so because it has weight, so what it does, it just basically pulls it down. So we're gonna work with a little bit of resistance. Again, the shoulder blade is gonna retract as I'm lifting the block. So I'm not doing this. All the work is happening with the muscles that are between the shoulder blade and the spine, and there are about 17 of them. So again, I'm gonna be here and here. So we can also move here, just like in the cobra movement, and out, and then back into extension. So horizontal abduction, flexion, horizontal abduction, extension. But in order for that to happen, we have to engage quite a bit of musculature work in the back. So whenever you're ready to progress, you can definitely move to 1 pound, 2 pound, or a half 3 pound weight. So the same movement here. So it's just gonna be a little bit harder because we're dealing with 3 pounds that are really trying to pull us down, and we are working against that pull by using the muscles in the back. When we move to a bigger movement, which is an actual push-up, so when we don't have enough strength or maybe just body awareness in that area, what I see a lot happen, so when I work with my clients, this is what usually happens. So did you see how I just used upper traps to just kind of push me or collapse me to the floor? And usually with that same action, people come up. I'm all about creating a change, creating skills in the body that's going to help you embrace the change and also embrace the movement with control and stability. So if we present the same movement here again, retraction, protraction. Again, I'm not doing this. So spine. So all the work here, it's a little harder now, right? And then again, as I'm lowering down, I'm gently retracting, and then as I'm coming up, I'm protracting. So I'm keeping stability in the spine and not doing this, even though it's very easy to do. Well, we are done. So congratulations, you've been with me on this very quick journey with some break in between for your homework between the videos. So hopefully you feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more mobile, and a little bit more aware about your shoulder blades and all those muscles in the back that help you move them and control them and making them stronger. So I'm all about creating variability in movement. So if you are working with me, then definitely we'll have lots of variety, lots of creative movements, but they will all be designed to help you learn a skill that you can take the skill into anything you do. And that skill starts with that awareness. Awareness, slow movement, mobility, and then layering the strength. Mind your movement, move your mind. Thank you for being with me. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid or don't hesitate to reach out to me so we can start a conversation and perhaps a journey together to better movement.